Oh, how are you doing?
Things haven't gotten less busy.
Oh, tell me
Tell
about
you
it.
that. I feel like I'm just in a loop in my car down to the mall and back.
Honey, it feels like when you get into one of those roundabouts, I don't know what to do. Do I turn? Do I stop? I just honk and hang on for dear life and just go around as fast as I can. It's like, and that's how Christmas feels sometimes.
It's
That's how
one
it
of
feels.
those things that you don't really see the beauty of it until you are looking at it from the other side. Just a reflection I had this morning as I was driving to the mall.
Much like
and
life
then
itself.
Back again to the mall. I went twice to the mall today.
Just twice. You got off easy. I will say I like stopping at Cold Stone Creamery when I'm at the mall.
Really?
Even when it's cold outside, it's actually healthier to drink something cold when it's cold outside and something hot when it's hot outside.
Oh, that doesn't make sense to me.
Doesn't make sense.
Not a lick.
I've tried it in the summer. I made myself a nice cup of tea. One sip, nope, get me to my ice cubes one more time. But for some reason, in the winter, Cold Stone Creamery, still delicious.
I mean, it's very delicious, and I suppose if you're sitting in the heated facility, it wouldn't be quite as challenging.
I remember when we finally got a Cold Stone Creamery at the Mishapakwa-Nikum Strip
yeah.
Mall. Do you remember that?
I do. There was a line down the entire strip there.
That's what I see at Cold Stone. I see friends, I see creativity, and I see a lot of ice cream that I want to eat.
Yeah, and that mixing, that's not an easy thing.
No, ma'am. It's no joke. And so I have the utmost respect for surgeons, for people at Benihana, and for the people at Cold Stone. People doing important things with their hands. It looks easy, it looks fast, it looks fun. It's harder. You got to go to school for a long time if you want to be a surgeon. And I think that you should probably have to do that for something like Cold Stone as well.
They're essentially ice cream surgeons when you think about it.
Exactly. And we all know it's dangerous. You can burn yourself at a restaurant. I bet you could freeze yourself just as easily on one of those cold plates at the Cold Stone. I think they're doing great work there. I get so inspired. All the colors laid out before me.
Yeah.
People don't know this. I've come up with some of my best swapplique designs right there at Cold Stone.
Oh, really?
Right there at Cold Stone.
What?
Absolutely.
That's a really fantastic idea as an ice cream swapplique.
That sounds
full of ice cream.
That sounds, or a cone.
A cone.
A cone. You know what? The
What?
swapplique is already a circle. If we added a little.
Oh, a little bottom.
This is where the magic happens.
Yeah.
Zip. We gotta patent these ideas. We gotta be careful what we put out there, Pam.
Yeah,
Todd, would you please write that down though? Ice cream swapplique.
definitely.
Ice cream swapplique. Thank you.
Now, what would an ice cream swapplique stand for?
In my heart, ice cream stands for fun. It stands for summer. It also stands for winter. And it stands for coming up with new ways to enjoy yourself. It stands for rewarding yourself. It stands for comforting yourself. It doesn't stand all the time. Sometimes it kind of sinks down when it melts. So it stands and it sits. I think it's maybe the most human dessert that we have. And I think that's what that swapplique should represent when we have our ice cream swapplique.
Yeah, I know for me, ice cream is, linked to times when I'm not feeling so great.
Absolutely.
It's a mood enhancer, a joy bringer, and yeah, a lot of fun. So we're going to have to think about the name of that, though, because we like to do clever names for our swappliques, as you know, and we like to have a little bit of a story behind the swapplique. What does it stand for? As you know, swappliques are
Appliques with Velcro backing. You can swap them out on our proprietary t-shirts that have the patches. You can swap them out endlessly. You get one shirt, you get literally limitless possibilities.
limitless possibilities.
Limitless possibilities.
It's a way that you can say, hey world, this is how I'm feeling. This is my swapplique today. Also, to identify other Clipper Chick community members. If you see another gal walk in with their swapplique on, you say, we're part of the Jane Johnson family.
Say, is that a Clipper Chick? She says, yes, it is. And then you got a friend right there.
Yeah.
You got a friend right there. Sort of like in high school when you would get your letter for playing a sport.
Yep.
You'd see each other. You'd say, oh, you're also a sports, you're an athlete too. It's like that. I was never an athlete. This is your chance to be the athlete you weren't in high school. But for things like resting your feet, or trying hard, or eating ice cream, or being a clipper chick. The awards and the rewards that you give yourself, because sometimes you just got to pat yourself on the back. You got to give it to yourself. You don't. Sometimes I wonder who will.
Right, and as pretty much anybody with a talk show in the world says, you have to love yourself first before anybody else can love you.
No one's allowed to love you if you don't love yourself.
Right. Jane, do you love yourself?
I do, but it's taken me a long, hard road to get there. I've lost my husband, Steve. There were days that I didn't know if I had, 2 dimes in my pocket to pay the mortgage. When I first left Mishapakwanikumalwak to follow this crazy dream of running the Jane Johnson collection, I didn't know if it was going to happen. I mean, I didn't know if people were going to laugh at me on television. You don't see women who look like me selling things. You don't see women like me on TV. I'm not a star. I'm not an actress. I've seen dark days, and I think I've come out of them. And I think that's what I love about this time of year. It's stopping to remember that when things are dark, you can turn on a light. That's what Jesus did when he was born. And yeah, I do love myself. Do you love yourself, Pam?
That's such an interesting question, Jane. Is it going to be weird if I say I don't know? I was recently at this golf tournament, though, and I had a really interesting thing happen to me. And I was there at the golf tournament, and there was this other other woman who was wearing the same slacks and the same top as I was, presumably because that's what they were selling down at the mall together. So I guess we shared the same taste. So I looked at this woman from across the course, and there she is, and she's nearly got my same hairdo, a little bit blonder though, and she's wearing the same outfit, and for a split second, I thought I was looking...
Thought it was a mirror.
Well, no, I thought I was seeing myself and having an out-of-body experience. I thought I might have died. I didn't really know. It was just so strange. And at that moment, I had a feeling of revulsion wash over me. And it was very upsetting. And it didn't feel good, but I quickly just, I turned a more positive attitude, and I let it go. Well, then, lo and behold, few hours later, I was at the snack bar, and the same gal, me, the surreal me, was behind me, also getting, also getting a beer. Jessamine doesn't like me to have beer in the house, so anytime I can have it outside of the house. So I'm ordering my beer, this gal behind me ordering the same beer, and we got to talking, and I have to tell you, she was the nicest person, and the most, she was hilarious, and we just had each other laughing and laughing and laughing, and it was as if I could imagine if I was a little nicer to myself and I was laughing more with myself as opposed to at myself. I don't know if you're one of those people that laughs at yourself. I do.
I laugh all around myself.
I don't even understand what that means. So I've gotten off the main track here, Jane, and I'm sure I bored you.
Well, the thing is, I thought you were still going to tell us that it was a mirror, that you were looking at a mirror, but I guess you met this lady. She looked like you. I love you, Pam. I love you.
Thank you, Jane.
So tell us in the comments, do you love yourself? Why or why not, huh? Answer in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that thumbie button, and if you haven't yet,
share.
Get your day pass to JJoCon 2019.
April 2019.
April 2019. It's coming up sooner than you might think, and those passes are going fast. So we'll see you next week. New episodes every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Bye now.
Bye, Clipper Chicks.